I guess I could take this off. Just take it all off. 2020, y'all. Oh my god. So, hi. Welcome back to my channel, or even welcome to my channel if you are clicking on this video for no reason other than that in the title I'm going to put Ratatouille the musical. So, yeah, apparently back in October there was this TikTok from Ejax that went around and started the Ratatouille musical. There's a Ratatouille, I still can't get my head around saying that there's a Ratatouille musical. So, if you're like me living in the year of 2020 and we're just all trying to get through each day of our lives living in 2020, you know, it's been stressful. It hasn't been fun. So I finally figured out this was a thing and I dove into it. I looked into it, I had fun with it, and, you know, Ratatouille the musical, or the Ratatusical. So, if you are clicking on this video only because you see the name Ratatouille the musical in the title, then that's completely fine. Let me introduce myself. My name is Liz, and I do a bunch of content about a bunch of different things. And as the title suggests, I wanted to talk about Ratatouille the musical. So yeah, let's talk about Ratatouille the musical. Again, the TikTok Ejax started it back in October, and then it went on, and then it exploded. And now it's like a big musical project on TikTok that everybody's contributing to, and we're not slacking. And, you know, they're all doing their part. There's costume, there's makeup, there's art, there's scene designs, there's so much music, and it's all so wonderful. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. But I've been thinking about it lately, and I wanted to give my contribution to the Ratatouille musical, or as others are calling it, the Ratatusical. And I will put time slots in this video of how I'm going to separate it, like the backstory of how I even got into this and why I'm doing this now. Then what are my favorite Ratatouille musical stuff, and then I will get to my contribution. So right here is the time codes, and if you watched all the way through this full video, thank you very much, and I love you. Anyway, so yeah, backstory time. So the bad ending of Supernatural got me all depressed. It even goes back further than that. Before Thanksgiving, I had this grand plan to do a Beetlejuice musical CMV because, you know, I love Beetlejuice. If you look at my videos, I've done a lot of content, or I've done some content for Beetlejuice. I'm trying to do more, but then my computer just would not work with me, so I went and turned it in, and yeah, I was without a computer for about a week, and so I was, of course, bored out of my mind because I only had my mobile and my tablet. Yeah, first world problems, I know, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so yeah, so I tried, I knew by then that my CMV was not going to come out through Thursday by Thanksgiving, so I scrapped that idea, and I got my laptop back on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So I wrote in my Beetlejuice fanfiction, and I wrote in, and I did a picture of my Beetlejuice CMV, a scene from it, just to release on Thanksgiving to give out something for my anniversary. So I worked so hard to do that I was finally happy with myself, and I was going like, okay, now you have time to jump into this Ratatouille musical, because I had already started looking at it, but I didn't want to dive too deep into it because I wanted to focus on the Beetlejuice content. Then I wake up on Thanksgiving, and apparently my family was exposed to COVID. And so on Thursday I learned that I might have COVID. And yeah, so it's been a stressful last few days. You know, we tried to have a happy Thanksgiving without the fear of dying in the back of our brains. My brain specifically. So I did what anybody did when they're panicking. I focused on something that made me happy, which was finally going back to the Ratatouille musical content on TikTok. And if it's not a surprise to anyone, I don't do TikTok. I flippin' hate TikTok. I can't understand that app for the life of me. And so the only reason I have TikTok on my phone is to find more content for the Ratatouille musical. So yeah, so I've been thinking about it for the last few hours that I couldn't get sleep. I finally think I've honed in, like, if you can't tell by my content on my channel, I can't draw, I can't sing, I can lip sync fine, but I can't draw. I could do photo manipulation on Photoshop, I could do, you know, I can sew fine, and everything like that, but, yeah, I can't come up with music like these amazing artists have done on TikTok, which, again, I will go into what are my top 5 contributors to the Ratatouille musical. But anyway, so yeah, but I did, like, focus on a scene and how I saw this scene out in my head, because I know a lot of people are putting music to, like, a certain character. Again, this is only what I found through TikTok. Again, I can't understand TikTok, so I can barely find what I'm looking for through TikTok, but this is what I found, and I realized, and I've seen that more people have put songs to certain characters, but not certain scenes of the movie. And I've watched Ratatouille a couple times in my life. I love the movie. It's one of the greatest movies from Pixar. And so again, I wanted to give my contribution because but again, my ideas for theater are grand and exaggerant, and it's just so over the top that I'm sure it would never work. But you know what? Everybody else is talking about the musical, so I might as well too. And of course, I don't have any Ratatouille merchandise. I just have my Lion King. But you know, Lion King is good Broadway too. Anyway, but especially with the puppets, which I love. So some people have said the idea of using the same puppetry from Lion King for Ratatouille, and I think that is genius. I think we should totally do that. The puppetry from Lion King is amazing. So yes, let me talk about my five favorite TikTok contributions to this Ratatusical. My first absolute number one has got to be GABBI Bolt, who created the song, which I will also put it on the side of my face because, oh my gosh, y'all absolutely need to see this song. This song is amazing. She is totally number one. But anyway, so GABBI Bolt, or Fettuccine Feta Queen on TikTok, has come up with this song called Life of the Rat for Remy's Dad, and it is, again, number one, amazing. She just finished the entire song and put it up on her YouTube about yesterday. So that's number one. Number two is the Ratatouille Tango from Black Ruse Music, or I think he's just called Black Ruse on TikTok. Again, I will put the TikTok here. I will put the videos down in the description box down below, and I will also put the name on this side of my face. But anyway, the Ratatouille Tango. Anyway, so he created the Ratatouille Tango because he heard one of the, I think he mentions it once, like he heard somebody say that they specifically wanted a tango between Colette and, Linguini. So he came up with the tango, and oh my god, it's again amazing. Please go watch this video. Alright, so that's absolutely number two. Number three is from Sophia. My computer's right here, so I'm looking down at it, but it will be, like I said, it'll be right here on my side of the face. Number three is absolutely Sophia James Music. I don't know if she has a YouTube. I haven't found her yet on YouTube, but if I do, I will put her again on the description box down below. But Sophia James Music, she came up with I Knew I Smelled a Rat, and again, it's amazing. It's awesome. It's for Skinner, the little villain guy, and again, just please go watch it. That's number three. Number four is, of course, from I'm just going to spell it because I have no idea how to pronounce this name. SISWIJ. Oh, Jess Switz. Yeah. I'm just going to call her Jess. This is from Jess, who, of course, made the famous Ratatouille playbill thingy, the booklet, the Playbill booklet, the art for the Playbill booklet with the little fork and the Ratatouille on the fork and the little chef's hat made out of steam. It's wonderful. Please go like her work and go check it out, because to create that, which of course I also love, because again, that's all I can do is photo manipulation on Photoshop, and that's what that looks like, the program she's using. So again, it's just awesome, and she is amazing for making that playbill, and I love that that's the playbill that everybody else is using. So that's number 4. Number 5 has to go to Jeremy Crawford, or Jeremy Jamboree, I believe that's how it is. Again, name here, TikTok here on my face, on this side of my face. But anyway, he makes a song. He hasn't named it or anything. It's a song of when Remy, not Ratatouille, Remy is walking away from Linguini, or he has to walk away from the kitchen because Linguini just found him stealing food, and his voice and his sadness, and oh my god, it's so flippin' good. I really hope that he's the one that gets cast to play Remy. I know he probably won't be, but I really hope they use this song. So anyway, that's my top 5. Please go check them out, and please just shower them with the love that I have over these last few 24 hours, because they deserve it, and they are amazing. And I mean, the work that they have created is just incredible. Ugh. And I'm losing my voice because I just want to talk about it so much. Yeah, I guess we come to the part where I make myself look like a fool, and I tell you what I think about for the Ratatouille musical. So, yeah, here we go. If you become uninterested at this point, or if you've watched up until this point, thank you very much for watching, and I love you, and I hope you have a great rest of the year, and see you next time. If you're still here and you still want to hear my crazy thoughts, so yeah, here we go. I thought of it as, again, I have these overzealous big ideas, and I know they will probably never work on a stage, but you know, I also think of it as like, it's Disney money. They can make anything happen, right? Anyway, so my contribution is because I wanted to make a song for like I know it's not the final scene, because the final scene is, I don't even really, he has to open up the new restaurant. That's the final scene. Anyway, it's the scene between, when the, chefs, when Linguini tells the chefs about how he's been being controlled by a rat, and so they all leave, and they all leave him, especially Colette, like she's about to slap him, and she doesn't, she walks out, and so, Remy doesn't know what to do. He talks with his dad, and they start cooking, and he wants to finish what he started. Then the, health inspector comes in. From what I remember, his dad and a group of rats go after the health inspector, and then it's Remy with the rest of the rat clan, and Colette and Linguini are serving Egon, and the rest of the are serving the rest of the restaurant. That's how it is. Okay, so what my thought contribution was that I wanted a song to kind of incorporate that entire scene. I'm first thinking about how I want to separate the stage. So I think 3/4 of the stage should be about the kitchen, the kitchen and the serving room. So 3/4 of the stage are dedicated to that. 1/4 of the stage is dedicated to Remy's father. I'll get back to that in a second. The 3/4 of the stage that is dedicated to the serving room and to Colette and Remy is that I know what a lot of people are thinking is that the rats need to be sized, but I think in this scene, it would be okay if they weren't. I don't know. I've been trying to rationalize it and think about it, but the way I see it is that Remy and Colette are dancing and sing. Remy's singing about getting the ratatouille right, and you know he's so confident in the dish that he knows it's going to work. He knows it's going to make Anton happy, and you know he's just singing, so confident that everything's going to work. I feel Colette will be singing around him while they're mixing bowls or chopping vegetables or something. And, you know, she's just come back. She's just come off the bike seeing the book of Anybody Can Cook. But she still has that you know, she's been taught all her life that rats are these disgusting creatures and everything, and they shouldn't be in the kitchen. And so, you know, during the song, she's like singing and dancing and kind of doing this, not necessarily waltz or something, but, you know, swaying around Remy while she's doing her part for the Ratatouille, and in the background, like like three top pillar of rats going up and down and just, you know, doing the rest of the work in the kitchen. But anyway, she's singing more about, you know, oh, I have to work with this guy. I hope I hope he knows what he's doing. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Maybe I should throw him out. What should I do? It's a peasant's meal. You know, what's right? What is wrong? Who can cook? Who can't cook? What am I supposed to decide to do? You know, and stuff like that. Linguini so I want his shoes to have rollerblades on them, but I don't want him to necessarily rollerblade because I don't want the actor to hurt himself. But I think he should moonwalk between the kitchen and the serving room on these fake rollerblades and sing about how, he has to, you know, serve Antoine, make Antoine happy while they're waiting for the food. But also he pops in on the song between Remy and Colette and just gives like encouragement, like, oh, he's a great guy, he's a great rat, everything will be fine. We'll all work out. You know, just be happy and preppy, and you know, just be the little comedic thing that has to happen in that scene. So then, that's what I mainly want to happen through that scene, and like maybe little puppets of, you know, on strings, like puppets of rats going between their feet, and they have to step over the rats, and like I said in the background, like maybe a 2-tier thing of rats on like a stove or on counters, like, you know, that one rat in the background is like punching a steak. So if we could have like the really big bulking rat punching what is it? What did I think of? I thought of a pool float. Like he's punching a pool float to like tenderize the meat. I think that would just be so funny. And rats doing silly things like that in the background. And then again, Linguini going back and forth between the dining room and the kitchen. So that's 3/4 of the stage. The 1/4 of the stage, I really would love, because I think, like, I know even with The Life of the Rat from GABBI Bolt, I really think like the father needs like, or even like him singing with the colony of rats that is with him, or something simpler, or just him singing is fine too. But I would really love for him to like be singing like Sacre Bleu, did he go left? Well, because he's chasing the car of the health inspector. So I think it would be so cool if like he goes like Sacre Bleu, did he go left? Did he go right? I have to find this guy and make it all right. And, you know, just singing about, you know, oh, I have to find this man. I have to keep him from telling the news so my son can be the chef that he's always dreamed to be. I have to make my son proud and let him know that I love him and that I'm doing this for him and everything and, you know, I want my son to have the chance to shine the way I know he can shine. And like, I would love a song like that while he's chasing. And I don't even care how like silly this would be. I would love it if whoever the actor is who plays Remy's dad to flip and tackle the health inspector once like they get him out of the car. I would love that. I don't care how silly that would look, how out of what is it called? Out of balance that would be. I would just love that though. That would be hilarious to me. But I also think of it while he's singing, like he's the main one singing, but like in the background, the screen that's behind him has like little puppets or like little shadow puppets of rats chasing around this car around like the Empire State Building or something. So, of course, this is one big song number, right? And I was thinking of what song could be like this. The main one I first thought of was Les Miserables, or One Day More from Les Miserables. Like, you know, Remy's dad is like the Hugh Jackman role, and Remy is the guy in the middle of the in the middle of the stand, like, one cook more, I can do this, I can make this meal and show that I'm the rat that can make people happy with food. I can connect to them and just cook once more. And again, like I said, Hugh Jackman's role is Remy's dad. Like again, not knowing, I haven't heard that song One Day More from Les Mis in so long, but that was the song I thought about. Then I thought about combining it with the mob song from Beauty and the Beast, because again, the rats are a mob chasing down the health inspector. So, like, you know, stop the car, or stop the health inspector. Oh man, I know, I sound like a crazy person. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Not like kill the health inspector, but like, stop the beast, we have to stop this beast, we have to save the, stop this man and let my son shine the way the world knows that he can. Something silly like that. And then I thought of it as like, okay, that's a little too much. What else has like 4-part harmony? Because again, because I know there's like other parts for Les Miserables and the mob song. I was going like, okay, so Colette and Linguini have to have parts. So I thought of it again, and I was going like, oh, there's also like, it's like a darker version of Into the Woods from Into the Woods, and like they're all singing their parts, and you know, the scene in the background is again split 3/4 and 1/4, and that's the only way I can possibly think about it, is that, you know, they're just singing their parts and they're on different sets of the stage. And again, I'm just making it way more complicated than that could possibly even be fathomed. But then of course it ends with the dad bringing back the health inspector, you know, that big rat, throwing him into the meat locker. The Ratatouille's done, so Colette, you know, sings like this one last lyric, and, you know, backs off into the background, and like the light that's on her fades off, so she disappears from the song. Remy hands the plate to Linguini, and then Linguini rolls, like the set moves, and then we just focus on the dining room, and then Anton goes into that wonderful song from what's his name? I think you all know the one I'm talking about. Again, I'll put the TikTok here. The Ratatouille. Are they a joke? I'll you know which one I'm talking about. But anyway, it focuses on that, and we go into that song. Anyway, that is my contribution. I know that is way too extravagant, way too complicated, way too over the top for this beautiful musical that everybody has put so much effort into, but this is what I think, and I think it would just be so cool if, like, going from 3/4 to 1/4, and then we also move the scene over and we just focus on the dining room, and Linguini hands him the Ratatouille, and we go into that beautiful number by the guy that's right here across my face. Anyway, if you've stayed throughout this whole video, thank you so much. I'm sorry you had to listen to me rant like a crazy person. If you have had any contribution to the Ratatouille musical, please comment me down below. Let's talk about it. Let's have some fun with this. You know, 2020 is what it is. Let's just try to have some fun before it all ends, right? Also, if you liked my idea at all, thank you so much. And if not, I completely understand. I don't even like it the more now that I've gotten it out there. So, what are your thoughts on the Ratatouille musical? What are your have you contributed at all? Do you have any contributions? Please just comment all that down below. Again, please go visit the links that I'll leave down below, and go shower these creators with so much love, because they absolutely deserve it. I think I will leave you all with that. Please have a very safe year, as safe as you can possibly be. Please have a great rest of the holidays that are on this year. I will be here stewing in my fear, and I shall see y'all next time. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.